Hi, I'm Ricky Quinn, martial arts and personal trainer. Today I have 3 tips for you on how to fix your posture and raise your metabolism at the same time. The problem is that most of us are sitting a lot of the time. And sitting a lot of the time lowers your metabolism and can also cause bad posture. If you're sitting for long periods of time in front of a computer, let's say, or the TV, you're just kind of flopped, or you're in front of the computer and you just kind of let your head go forward and kind of slouch, you're creating bad posture in yourself and lowering your metabolism at the same time. So you may be exercising and eating right, but you're not losing weight, let's say. It could be because you're sitting too much, and that is tampering with your gains. My first tip is super simple. Simply stand up. Every hour, on the hour, have something that reminds you to stand up. You can set it on your phone, you can set it on a fitness band, I have the Up 2 band, or on your computer, to just stand up. You can go get a drink of water. Try also as much as possible to do as many things as you can while standing, like talking on the phone, okay? That's my first tip. My second tip is to stretch. The reason why a lot of us have bad posture is because when we sit like that, when we sit all crunched up, it causes the muscles to tighten. And when they're tight, they just kind of stay that way. But if you stretch them, it could help them open up. So the muscles that get tight are the chest muscles, the hip flexors over here, the ones that do this when you're sitting, okay? So these get all tight. The hamstrings a lot of times get all tight. And if you work on the computer a lot, you'll also feel tightness in your wrists or your neck, okay? So I'm gonna give you stretches for each of these places. So first, the stretch for the chest, which will also get you breathing a little bit. I'll turn to the side here. It's called the bow, okay? So you're just gonna lean back as much as you can. You're gonna stick your fists into your kidney area here and bring your elbows back, pointing back. Try to point your chest up towards the ceiling and take some deep breaths here. 5 to 10 deep breaths. Lean back just as much as you can. Make sure your shoulders aren't caving forward. Try to really pull them back. And then, if you can, try to raise your hands up over your head and take a few 5 to 10 deep breaths like this. You can also do this sitting down if you don't feel comfortable standing up at your workplace. And you could just like this, stretch back like this on your chair. Next we're gonna stretch our hip flexors. So you're gonna stand up and bring your feet about like a lunge, like you're going to do a lunge. And turn your foot forward, and your hips forward. And bend your front knee about 90-degree angle. And just kind of until you feel a stretch right here, okay? You should already feel it here. If you want, you can also raise your hands up to make the stretch a little bit stronger. This is, if anyone does martial arts, they know this as a front stance, okay? You just stretch this. 30 seconds to one side, then switch sides. Turn your hips forward, so both of the hip bones are pointing straight forward. Bend your knee. Feel that stretch. You can also turn on if you want to feel the stretch a little bit more, you turn on your toes and just kind of lift your heel up off the ground and turn your hips forward. And raise your hands up. Okay, next we will stretch our hamstrings. So this you can do actually sitting down. Sit down at the edge of your chair, straighten your leg up, point your toes up to the ceiling. Stick your butt back and lean forward over your leg. Make sure that you're not rounding your back. You won't feel the stretch if you do that. And I'll show you the side. This, toes up, butt back, and chest up. Try to reach your chest towards your knee, but you don't have to reach it. You'll already feel the stretch here in the hamstring, okay? And then 30 seconds and then switch sides. Okay? Now, 2 more stretches. One's going to be for the wrist and one for the neck. First, I'm going to show you a stretch for the wrist. If you feel sometimes pain in your wrist, you can do this stretch where you straighten your arm out, pull your fingers back, stretch for 10 seconds, and then push down on the top of your hand with your arms straight, shoulder height. and then turn your fingers pointing down and pull them back. That's a nice stretch for your wrist. And then the other hand, pull back, arm straight, shoulder height like this, push down, turn, 10 seconds each. Then put your fingers through each other, bring your elbows together and make circles one way and then the other way. Last stretch is for the neck. You're going to sit on your chair, put your hand on one side, grab the side of your head and lightly pull your ear towards your shoulder. Breathe, keep your chest up high, good posture. Then turn, look to the side and pull on the side of your head. And then look up to the side and kind of pull on your chin up to the side. Like this. This will stretch the neck muscles here that get tight. And the other side, 10 seconds each or more if you feel like you need it. Remember, don't pull hard on your head, just breathe. Turn to the side. And then look up, pull on the chin. Okay? That stretches out your neck. Last tip is strengthen. It's not always enough to just stretch the muscles that are tight. It can also be important to strengthen the muscles that become loose when you do this. The muscles that become loose are the opposite ones, the ones that are behind. So the back muscles get loose and weak. Okay? So what we're going to do is strengthen these muscles. The best way I know without any equipment to strengthen your back muscles while you're at work or working at home is to do a wall slide. Lean up against a wall, bring your feet a few inches away from the wall, bend your knees a little bit, and you're trying to get your 3 points of contact, your butt, your upper back, and the back of your head up against the wall. Okay, this is already good posture right here. Okay, you're trying to bring your shoulders back, and then turn your thumbs pointing back and your elbows up against the wall. You're trying to slide and keep your hands up on the wall as much as possible. And then back down. And then up. Try to touch your pinkies up at the top, so you're kind of twisting your hands like this at the top. And then back down. Okay, 10 times. Now, if you want to also make it an even better exercise, you get down into a low squat, as low as you can, and then do the slides. Do you feel this? So that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please click like and share with a friend who you think might enjoy it too. Even if you just do one of these tips, I think you will really see a difference. Thank you so much for watching.